Beautiful thing.
Happy.
That was
Uh-huh. That was a beautiful fade out. That was a gorgeous fade out. That was the best
We
fade out
don't
we
have to mention the fade out every single
we
call. I'm
do.
just
We
going to
do.
say.
Do. It's a tradition now. Welcome to the fade out call of 2022, everyone.
Anyway, welcome. It is Monday. It is our growth call. Welcome, Keller Williams, New England. And if we haven't told you already, Happy New Year. When does that stop, by the way? When do people stop saying Happy New Year to each other?
Late
I'm over.
March.
Late March? That's way too long.
Like I'm over it already. Like last week I was
saying.
done.
This week is like the last week.
That's it. Yes. Okay. Well, welcome to our 2022 call. Brooke, you're going to take it away today.
Yes, because guys, we have a super special guest with us today. We have the most special guest today, my favorite guest. It's Jennifer Bove.
I'm a surprise guest today, guys. Yep, it is
No,
me.
it was very much planned because growth is something that is so near and dear to your heart, and you are growth minded every single day in everything you do. And while we talk about growth constantly on this call, sometimes we don't talk about how it can lead to leadership and what leadership paths look like. So that's what we wanted to talk about today and what your path looked like. So for everyone that doesn't know, this is Jennifer Bove, and I'll let her introduce herself real quick, and then we're going to talk about paths of leadership.
Yeah, so Brooke did a good job. My name is Jen Bove. I am based out of Rhode Island. I am the operating principal for the largest real estate company in Rhode Island. We have 350 agents, and I'm excited to have this interview with Brooke today. So let's do this.
So when did you start in real estate? What year? And how old were you?
2001.
You don't look old enough to be in real estate.
Thank you. You're so cute. I was 22 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. I passed my real estate exam and I thought I knew everything about real estate. And then I walked into the door of the office and realized very quickly that everything I did learn and studied very, very hard for on my test wasn't relevant really to how I was going to be actually doing real estate.
And what did you do before you got into real estate?
Well, I was 22, so I was younger, but I always did something or things. So I worked at Fleet Bank in Providence, Rhode Island on the 7th floor. It was the commercial real estate department. And this is where I kind of got the like, oh, I think I want to dive into real estate because let me back up a little bit. My grandmother always told me that her dad was in real estate and owned a lot of real estate. And she would tell me all these stories, and that was intriguing. And then when my family sold our house, the realtor pulled up in like the most amazing Mercedes vehicle I've ever seen in my life when I was, I think, 11 years old or 12. I'm like, what does she do? I want to do that. I remember that. But then anyway, when I got into the commercial real estate aspect of it, and worked for the president of that department, I was talking to all of these investors, like big time investors here in Rhode Island, and dealing with their files and financials and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is fun. What I don't like though is coming into the office and filing paperwork and doing all of that. Like I would get it done, and then like, well, what's next? Like I don't want to sit here all day. But then I quickly got into real estate at the age of 22.
Wow. And your first brokerage wasn't us, and that's okay. We forgive you for that one. So when you found KW, you and I have often had these conversations, but what did it feel like when you were fighting your way through your other brokerages, you were trying to get the info. What did it feel like when you came to KW and all of a sudden it was a different world?
Yeah, that's a great question, but it was a long path to get to KW, and I think it was needed for where I needed to go with my direction. When I started at Coldwell Banker, and Coldwell Banker was great to me. It taught me how not to get sued, right? I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like I know how to teach a contract really good because of the language they gave me. What they didn't teach me was how to run my real estate business. Yet for the first 5 years of my career, I was just diving in and doing whatever I could do, kind of like that duck, right? I talk about that a lot. Like on the surface, I was fine, cool, calm, and collective. I would talk to anybody about real estate. Underneath, I knew nothing. Like I was like scrambling to fail my way forward. Somehow I got rookie of the year the first year I was at Coldwell Banker. I have no idea how. I mean, I could probably say a few things. I told everybody I knew I was in real estate, yet like that, I didn't have a system, a model, or a tool behind it to get there. After 5 years of being there, I hit a ceiling. I was still pretty young. Yeah, other companies were calling me to be recruited. And one company in particular in my area called me and said, hey, do you want to manage 7 offices that we have and coach and train? And that really intrigued me because from the day one that I started real estate, for some reason, people asked me questions in the office and I would help them. And I love that. Like that's just something that I absolutely have always just had a passion for. Like, yeah, let me, like, I will help whatever I could do. Let me help. And so I jumped on that and I did that for another 5 years until I hit the ceiling again. And it eventually led me to Keller Williams. They called me and said, hey, we have an opportunity. Can we sit down and have coffee with you? And I said no at first. Anybody do that before? Anyone here? Anyone here? So I said no at first. And looking back, I am so grateful I said yes to the second time because that's what led me to where we are today.
Opportunity is a word that is always floated with you. Like you use opportunity like the word the, and it's amazing when you get to work with you daily because you just opportunity is attracted to you. You attract opportunities and you help others build opportunities. So what did the path through so you came in to KW, you saw the opportunity, you were a team leader?
Yep, I came in 2012. So this is my 10th year at Keller Williams. And I came in as the team leader for the Newport Market Center, which is a small area on an island market center in Newport, Rhode Island. So I came in as the team leader there. And I'll tell you, the team leader I was replacing, she was moving out to New Jersey for another opportunity. She had really big shoes that I had to fill. Really, and I was told that. I still get told that to this day, and I know it. So, yeah. Julie Costa was the team leader before me, and she was absolutely amazing. So,
and then from there, how did the opportunity for the roles you're in now as OP and area director for the region come up?
Yeah, so you know what, when I still had my sales team, and one of the things I did at Coldwell Banker was I formed a team, and it was almost like I was an alien in the office. Like they're like, you want to do what? You can't do that. But I did. And then that's when I quickly realized that wasn't the place for me anymore because they wanted to keep me small. And like my brain, it just keeps going and I need like that more stimulation. I'm like, let's go. Right. So that's when I brought my team over to the other company where I started training and coaching, and my team was able to really get out in the field and work my referrals and do the stuff that I didn't have time for while I was coaching and training. And I thought that was fun and amazing. Didn't know that there was this lovely book that was out there until 2012 when I started reading this book. I didn't realize that the models and systems and tools were already out there for this type of path. So when I did in 2012 become the team leader, I let my team keep running as I came into the team leader role because I needed passive income. I needed income coming from different areas. And that's what happened in 2012.
How did you feel when you found those models and systems, since you were training, coaching, and trying to run a team? How did it make you feel when you found them?
Oh man, it was kind of like a punch in the gut, to be honest with you, because I was like, I have been creating all of this myself and it's already done for me. Wait a minute, what? So yes, it was like a punch in the gut, also the best punch in the gut I could ever get, because it's also like one of those moments.
I'm sure you felt relief, right? Like a lot of the people we talk to when they come over and they see everything and they don't have to reinvent themselves. They're like, all I have to do is be me with these systems and models, it's plug and play when you
Yes.
tune in.
Yes.
So what are some of your favorite opportunities for some of our top producing agents? Because our agents who are running teams, who are top producers, they have that, well, what's next mentality, or, I really want to do what Brooke or Jen or Cassie or my MCA does. What does it look like to start those conversations?
So it's like a passion of mine. So if you talk to any one of my agents that has been with me since I started at Keller Williams in 2012, I love to get to know them, to know their business, and to say, okay, what's next for you? Let's figure that out together. And it's been like my honor and pleasure to watch so many of our agents succeed at such a high level that's what drives me to myself be better every day. Like I am the creature of learning. Like, let me learn as much as I could learn from you, from this book, from this training, and let's go implement it. And that's what we do with our agents. And I mean, I just today, one of my agents, you guys aren't going to believe this, but one of my agents, I just signed checks for over $120,000, 3 different sales, but $120,000 in commission. She joined us as a brand new 23-year-old agent 6 years ago, maybe. No, she's 30. So what is that? Whatever. So she was a young girl, came in brand new to the business, and she's one of our top agents, and just today signed $120,000 to her in commissions. So that's like exciting to me, and that's what I get to do every day, by the way.
That's exciting. So part of what we have to do as leaders too is build our bench, right? And we have such talent in New England. New Englanders are a different breed of people anyway. They are resilient and hardworking, and they're just, I love our agents in New England. So if somebody wants this chance, what is their next step? What classes should they take, and who should they talk to in their market center? Because I think that's probably the first step.
Yeah, I mean, the first step is to show up 100%. Like, show up hard and do a great job at it. That was something that I always looked at. Everything I did was, I'm gonna go in this the best I can, and then just try to be a little bit better tomorrow. And when I showed up to that market center in 2012, I treated that market center like it was my own. Like, I owned it. It was my money that we're working. Like, I was treating it like that way. Same thing with the agents. Like, they were my agents. I needed to make sure that they were okay. So if I were to give you any recommendation for any path you're looking for, just show up, do the best you can, and do a little better tomorrow.
Just a little bit, 1% better every day. That's all we say, right?
That's right.
And if you had one book or one thing, podcast, YouTube series, these agents should be watching, what is it today?
You know what? I can't veer off of the Keller Williams model. It's Think Like a CEO. And I didn't wear this just because that I love this shirt. Think Like a CEO by Gary Keller is an absolutely amazing podcast. And if you haven't listened to it at least 3 times each season, go back and listen to it again, because there are so many things in that podcast that I learn and relearn and then re-implement every time I listen to it. And then the MREA, I have this on Audible. I have this on tabs, on whatever I need to, just to make sure, because you know what, that model is the same model that I'm building out some other companies on, right? Some other investment opportunities on, is all based out of this book. So that's the best book.
I love that. And as someone who's in Jen's vehicle, often I can tell you, Think Like a CEO podcast is always on. It's always on when I get in the car.
Some podcasts or book.
It's usually that one. Any parting words of wisdom for our wonderful agents?
What I have to say is, whether you're a brand new agent, or you're thinking about leadership, or you're thinking about what your next step is, there is opportunity all around you. And Brooke asked me, who do you go talk to? You go talk to your leadership and say, hey, I'm really interested in becoming a mega agent. Tell me what a mega agent is. I'm really interested in becoming a sports and entertainment consultant that's out there. Go talk to your leadership. If you want to be in leadership, whether it be a team leader or anything, an investor, your team, your leadership will have opportunities for you. All they're going to ask you to do is to show up and do a great job.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for being our special guest today. It's so fun when it's someone in the region who gets to do it. I love it.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
All right. Are you going to stay for our... All right, so let's get to today's content. If you guys have any questions for Jen, throw them in the chat. We're watching, but let's get to the content so we can get you guys out of here because we've got some good stuff for you. Cassie, thank you. All right. This week's action item. So last week we had Laura Strunk on. Was that last week already? Wow. So we had Laura Strunk, team leader of Cape and Islands on, and she gave us a great tip, which was to make sure when you're commenting on people's social media posts, you do 5 words or more. So this week's action item is social hugs and high fives. Think about it. Getting a comment or like on one of your posts is a feel-good moment. This week, you are returning the favor. Set your social engagement goals this week and every week. Commit to 10 comments. And again, using Laura's 5 words or more and 10 likes daily. Get engaged. And then relate the posts and comments to the other posts and comments you've seen. It'll help keep you top of mind, open the door. And then again, don't forget to mark those activities in command.
You want me to take this one?
Go for it.
All right. So tomorrow is January 11th. It's also my daughter's 3rd birthday. So this is a great post, right? So what we're going to talk about is the continuing conversation around the housing market. So this is a great article for you from the Real Estate Market Outlook. It's realtor.com where it comes from. All you have to do is copy it and paste it on. So it's a really great way to stay in front of the market.
I love that. All right. More did you know? So for Wednesday, it's our did you know with debt to income ratio. And that is a comparison of gross income to housing and non-housing expenses. So with FHA, the monthly mortgage payment should be no more than 29% of the monthly gross income before taxes, and the mortgage payment combined with non-housing debt should not exceed 41% of the income. People might, that's one of those, nobody knows what this really means. I love this one.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to have some great conversations in your comments around this, for sure. Add something to that caption. I would add something to that caption, like maybe a question, like what kind of question could they put on that, Brooke?
I'm thinking they tag their lenders in. And they say, let's have a conversation about debt to income. Do you know how you line up when it comes to buying your first property or maybe even a second home? Let's talk to, Jen Bove and she'll be helping us answer questions. So this is a great way to tag in your lenders.
Yep. Really, really good point.
And their friends will see it and comment too, which is always great.
Absolutely. Yeah. So here's our this or that Thursday. And I love our new format. It is this or that walk-in pantry or walk-in closet. Why can't we have both?
Because it's this or that. You always tell me.
Okay. Who wants a pantry and who wants a closet? Yeah. Cassie did it before we even asked. She's like,
I know.
I saw the closet image right away. And I was like, no questions asked. I don't even care what we're comparing it to. Need the walk.
Yeah. And mine is the pantry for sure. If you know how I cook.
Both, right?
No, one. It's this or that.
We're work hard for both. We're going to work harder for both. Okay.
It's not these or those. It's this or that.
Still going with both. All right. I love it. It's like a 50-50 here. Like,
I know. I'm watching the comments.
A lot of closets too.
It's so funny.
Clantry. All right. That's it. That's all we have for our content this week. Brooke, what else do we have?
I just wanted to, I put it in the chat, but if you guys aren't watching Outfront gives you guys an amazing amount of information. Some of it is, dedicated to you guys as an audience, and some are for you to share with your clients. So if you are looking for something to add to your lineup of social media posts and you want to get more, head on out to Outfront. This month, they are talking about strategies for building a bigger sphere-based business. That was a lot of words to say. I can't believe I didn't bungle
You did
that
really
up.
good.
Yeah, that was
I'm
really
so
good.
proud of you.
Don't
And I
make me
wanna-
say that again.
I want to add, they have great content, one for you to learn from. Like Brooke had said, it's easy for you to post out whatever was in there as well. We also typically post all of their articles on our Facebook page as well, on our public page. So it's also an easy share if you want to do it that way.
Absolutely.
There's so many options, so many easy things that you can use that content for.
Yeah, I love the Outfront, and watch, because they're tapping leaders on the shoulder all over to start writing articles. So you may see some familiar faces in there.
I think they put out too, again, if you're looking for more, like a monthly calendar for social media as well. That's usually posted out on their page.
Yep, and it brings you right to designs to the month. So
That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. We have an ask for you guys. Does anybody know what this number, what does that say? Can you read it?
$12.95.
Oh, anybody know what that means? Not the cost of gas per gallon soon.
January 2nd, 95.
Say that again.
January 2nd, 95.
Oh, it could.
Oh,
Yeah, it could. It's a good guess. No, this is how many Keller Williams New England associates we have on our KW New England Growth Call Facebook page. We have 1,295 of you there, which we love. We also have 6,500 associates in the region. So we're going to ask for you guys to do us a favor. If you enjoy our calls and like the content that we share with you, would you mind helping us get more of our associates to our Facebook group so they could join us here? We do have a lineup of amazing guests coming up in the next 3 weeks that you're not going to want to miss. And we want to share that with as many of our agents as we can. So we're just throwing out an ask, if you enjoy these calls, to share the love and to get them to join our Facebook group so we could grow, because we're all about growth.
and invite a friend. We just went up. We're at $12.96. So
Love that.
I feel like a telethon right now. Like, can Cassie and I are here manning the phones, ready to take your call. Click and go, and then invite your friends. Invite your KW friends. You're not on an island alone. I'm sure you know some other KW agents who may not be in the group.
Yes. Yes. And thank you, Melissa, for the reminder. Be sure to join us virtually at the upcoming First Step of Bold on Thursday, January 20th. Here's the other thing. We will not be here next week. So just a reminder for your calendar. We are off next week, and we will be returning the following Monday. Right, guys? I said that right. Okay. All right. So now the sun is just about approaching my eyes. So it's time to give away some nice swag. Cassie, what do we have today?
Today we are giving away a book. We are giving out Emotional Intelligence 2.0, the book. Personally, we are not giving you emotional intelligence. You have
You're
to
on your own.
read the book. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And that is going out to an agent of ours out of Cape Cod, Nicole Curto.
Yay! I see Nicole.
Is she on?
You're on and everything.
Where is
already. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Is she on? Wait a minute. We're going to add her. Oh, I just
You took it off.
I'm here.
Hi, Nicole. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's everything out in the Cape?
It's good. We had some serious snow for about a day and it's all melted now.
Well, that's New England, right?
Yeah.
Blizzard one day, sunny and 70 the next. I don't know.
Yeah. You never know.
Right. Well, congratulations. You're going to love this book. And how many calls have you been on with us?
I haven't been on very many. I want to say less than 5.
Are you using the content that we share?
When I am on the call, I haven't made it, but I've set a new goal for the new year to make sure that I am on every Monday. So today's my first one of this year and I plan to stay on.
Well, look at that. Look at that. First one of this year and you're a winner for the book. That's some good luck right there. Well, thank you for being on the call and congratulations to you. Thank you guys. We're getting you out of here a little early today unless Brooke has something else she wants to add.
Nope.
I'm going to give
The
you
link for, is the link for today's materials here somewhere in the chat?
just
Yeah,
got
right there
popped
in
in
the
the
chat.
chat. Yep. I was gonna say, I'm gonna give you a little life hack. I have on my calendar right after this call every single week to schedule out the content from the call. So go ahead, put it in your calendar with a reminder, and hopefully that'll help you get consistent with posting.
And guys, all the resources previously used stay up. So if you're in the Facebook group and you're looking for something to post, use those as inspiration.
We've been doing this since March 1st of last year, by the way. There's a lot of content in there. Go get it, go use it. Don't recreate it. You got it for the whole year.
Thank
So let's
you.
do this. All right, guys, have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, am I supposed to put music on?
No, I was just dancing because it's what I do.
We're just, okay, bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.